Hey, welcome back to the Cable Data Science channel. This is a bonus video for Friday, November the 20th, Friday, January 20, 2023. I'm going to be responding to a couple questions that was posed on my YouTube channel, the Cable Data Science channel. Before we get started, I want to be sure to ask you to click that bell icon next to the subscriber. That way, you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And even more importantly, you also want to actually go on live. I'll just mention that I do stream live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. I also occasionally stream live on Sunday evening also. If you click that bell button, you'll know every time I go live, okay? So anyway, let's just come back to the questions at hand over here. Let's just start over here, take a look at these two questions. It is this gentleman right down here somewhere, this person. Okay, there you go. So, thank you. The first question is thank you for the videos. I have a question. So, can a query be imported into Tabula and how? And his other question here is another question is how can you handle the blank cells in start station name and end station name? This is the easiest one to answer. The short answer is it's your project. You can do what you want to with it. Okay. And the second question is about the is this one here. Thank you for the videos. That a question. The short answer is yes. Uh, you, because what you can do is you can convert your queries into tables in Excel. Okay. So let's just take a quick look at at these questions here. All right. We got question one. Let's just put these two questions so we don't lose track of ourselves here. Here's question one. Actually, that's probably question two. The first one's going to be easy. And here's the other question. So we're going to ask you the second question first. Now, even though this video only refers to Excel, I think I actually did a combination Excel and tabular thing. So anyway, gentleman's name is No More uh, Nat Natare. So let's take a look at what we can do to help this gentleman out here today. So let's come over here. Let's open up Excel. With that. Let's open up Excel. Like I said, the short answer is how do you want to handle the blank cells? I'll show you two methods. One, we're going to just just remove them. And second, we're going to replace the null value with another string. Okay. I think the problem with the ones with the blank cells, you probably don't have. Let me take a look at something here first. Options. What I'm looking for is I thought this had a time function built into it. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I was looking for because maybe that's just Power BI. It has the way to work with dates. So the first thing we're going to do is import all of our data. We're going to use the folder function. Here's our data. Do transform. Get rid of the other columns, and then click the double down arrows to expand the columns. But someone asked if you run the older version of Excel, it doesn't have the folder function. You would have to import the file, the all 12 files individually, and then using the append query to append them onto to create a single data frame. Okay. So we got over here. Now the first question is what to do about starting station names? Okay. Let's first take a look here. Missing station names. Okay. Let's see. You got remove empty. All right. You can do it that way. But anyway, we want to take a look and see because I don't think the missing station name may not have. Well, actually, you probably do. Again, it's I repeat what I said a minute ago. This is your project. You can do what you want to with it. Okay. Obviously, if this is on the job, you would go to your manager and say, "Hey, what do you want me to do about this?" Okay. Now let's see if we have longitude and latitude marker. Yeah. Okay. So we do have longitude and latitude for these stations. Okay. Now you could come back over here, start station name, and do the exact opposite. Drop the blank ones. Okay. Drop the blank ones. And you come over here. There's also a few extra ones in end station name also. Okay. And I think this will save you about 100,000 rows. So this is one way to do it. All right. Because before we do, before we remove the blank rows, the blank station names, there's about 3.48 million rows of data. So let's see what we got here now. Yeah, so we're down to 3.29. So we did get rid of some rows, okay? So that's one way to do it. But this is still too many rows to import into Excel, okay? What else can we do? Well, we can come over here to starting station name, all right? And just do replace values. Well, that didn't work, did it? It replaced all the values. Let's try this. So that didn't work either, did it? Okay. There's ABC bike share. Let's uncomment all these. And let's do a quick count, row count. So there's 122,000 rows that originally had missing station names. Okay. You can of course also come over here, in station name, and do the same thing. Replace values. But again, it's up to you. All right. So now we got all of our rows filled in. All right. What's next? Well, let's just start with some. So, well, we have to get our numbers uh, down to smaller, down to less than 1,000,000 rows. Okay. Come over here. Now, I want to point out that on the transform, there's some really good date functions you can use up here to pull out like the month, pull out the year, pull out the quarter, and so forth. But here's our thing right here. So we call this start date. All right. So now what we can do is we can come over here. We can do a transform group by start date column. No, we'll duplicate bike data. Okay. We're going to call this. Okay. And we're going to get rid of everything except the date column at the end. All right. Okay. Then we're going to come over here and do a group by. Now here's our ride count. Okay. Let's do one more. This is how quick and easy it is to do things. Now, I would say any wrangling you can do in Excel, Power Query, you should do. That's interesting. Only electric bikes are showing up. Odd. Over here to, okay. So let's come over here now. So now let's get rid of this. Well, this, by the way, is the answer to the second question. You can come back over here and do a group by. Okay. And now here's a member ride count. Because remember, we can't import more than 1,000,000 rows. So what you need to do here just go through and use the group by function to create your summary tables because you can group by more than one column. Okay, so you could You can do ride counts, members casual rides by day. You can do it by week, by month. You can count the bike type by day and week and month by using the date function and so forth. But see, we don't really need the whole table, right? Okay, all we need is just the tables here. This start out by say creating a connection, right? Come down here to rides one, right click and say load the table. All right, so there's one. 249 rows for a date. So we're going to come over here. We're going to make sure this is a date format. Okay. We're going to make sure this is a number format. Okay. All right. So there's our first sheet. We're going to remember ride casual. Load to table. Yeah, and it's one thing. You could do a pivot chart if you wanted to. Okay. You could do a pivot chart, but let's do a table just for the fun of it. All right. New worksheet. Here's this. And make sure this is a number. Let's just save that down there. And let's close this. So we give two answers to the blank thing, just removing the blank the rows themselves, and it's creating another text insert and created another fictional ABC bike share. That was a service we bought back in the spring, I guess. Now the second question. Thanks for your videos. I have a discussion though. Can the query data be imported into Tabula and how? Yes, it can by using by using the group by to create summary tables. Okay, Tabula. And I'll repeat again: the more wrangling you can do in Power Query, the better off you want to be. Okay, because you want to reduce the tables down to the smallest amount of data you need. So we're going to Excel. Oh, provide one. This is going to be a simple one. Then we got to count by. Well, that doesn't really look right, does it? That's easy. Okay, so that doesn't really look right, does it? Let's see. The reason it doesn't look right is because of this. Okay, let's switch this around. There. So that's one way to do it. Data source. How do we add? Okay, worksheet unavailable at a connection. So how do you add? Okay, because this isn't going to work. Okay, okay. So here's the thing. How do you use two unrelated? Uh, how do you use two unrelated tables in Power Query? That doesn't make any sense, does it? So does the map still work? I don't want to see. Yeah, so how do we do this? Here's the thing. We have, how do you add a second? How do you add this data source here? Okay. So our question is,
We could fly to such great heights. Hi guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how to upload Excel file with multiple sheets to the Tableau public. You open the Tableau public, you go here. Here you can see the type of the file that you would like to upload. Excel file, text file, PDF, whatever. In our case, we're gonna upload Excel file. Press here, then you go to the data or the Excel sheet that you would like to upload. Press here and then open. Then you will see this screen where the content of your Excel file appears here. In my case, my Excel file contains some stat for football players. Those football players are Benzema, Messi, Ronaldo, Suarez, Zlatan, and every player has a single sheet. To see the content of these sheets, let's start with Benzema. Take Benzema and then you drag it here to the data. The content of this Excel sheet will appear here. So you have these columns that represent the season, the age, the team. Benzema played for two teams, Lyon in France and Real Madrid in Spain. He played in Liga 1 and La Liga. And also the other informations, the other columns that contain match stats, minutes played, goals, assists, all this stuff. You can play with these columns, you can change, rename if you want, hide, change the data type. Example here you have the data type is string. If you want to change it to date or another things, you can do that. Okay, what about the other Excel sheets that contain the stat for Messi, Ronaldo, Suarez, and Zlatan? You can also upload them as flowing. Just press to Messi, Ronaldo, Suarez, Zlatan, and you try not to put it this way, but beneath Benzema. Try to make a union so you can see all your Excel sheets. You go here to the last two columns, you will find here the name of the sheets and the table name. In the name of the sheets you can see at the beginning you have Benzema, and then you will have Messi, Ronaldo, and then the rest of the players.
be a way to use different data sources for every single spreadsheet if that's what you want. Because this here this because all his tables here contain the same number of suppose you don't want to relate them. Okay, suppose you don't want to relate them. Suppose I want to use a new data source. Okay, a different data source altogether.
And here you have the table. Table name. Actually, we don't need table name. You can hide it. You can press like this, and you hide it. Make it more neat. So here you have the sheet.
Unions basically appends one
You have
table
your
onto the end of another one. Okay.
Excel file. So by this way, you can upload Excel with multiple sheets.
With a variety of craveable flavors, it's easy to do what's delicious.
Hey guys, so today I will be going over how to add multiple data sources to your Tableau workbook. So, first off, we'll just start off normally, like we're going to connect to a normal data source. So, we're just going to connect to one. And let's say we want to add a second one, but we don't want to make it relational to this one, right? So, we're going to click on here and click New Data Source. And we're going to connect to another Excel file.
Huh?
And we'll do that. So now we have two different data sources that are not related to each other that require zero joins. So we can even do it with a third. And let's say price to live in each state. Already did that one. Let's do a fourth one. We'll do zip codes. So now if you want to go to your worksheets, you can individually select what you want to do and what data sets you want to work with up here in the top left of the screen. So you want to take one attribute or measure or dimension from one workbook and throw it into another workbook and have them not be relational. That's the way to do it. So thank you for watching this video, and please like and subscribe to my channel. More fun stuff to come.
Okay. So what he's saying is, come back up here. Let's get rid of that data source. Remove. Back up here. Do second data source. New data source. Sheet. Workbook 2. Okay, I'm not sure quite how we did that. We did wind up importing two different data frames. Okay, we got this one here, which gives us this. Okay, there's that, and there's that. All right. So apparently the key is back over here. Okay. So this one's connection. Let's try something else just to see what happens here. Right. Here's our first one. Columns, measured values. All right. Switch over to 2. Start date for columns. And right counts again. All right. Change the date here. I don't know why it starts out with that for, but change the date to, yeah, change it to day. And there you go. And that, my dear friends, is how you is how you actually use summary tables created in group by tables created in Excel Power Query, and how you convert them to how you convert your Power Query summary tables to a table. So the brief is what you create your summary tables using the group by function in Power Query. Then you do a close and load to connection only. Then you go back on the table you want to convert on the for the connection you want to convert to a table, and you right click on the connection name and simply say load to, and then it will give you the option of convert it to a table. And then as you saw before, you import one table. Okay, you import one table. There's sheet 1, book 2, sheet 1. Okay, good. And that's how you do it. Hopefully this was helpful for you folks. Video is a little longer than I thought, but once again we went out to uh, YouTube and found a video that explains us how to do it. Okay. So anyway, I will include a link to that video I referenced in the description below. But hopefully this is so again we answered two questions: how to handle missing values in start station name and end station name, and two, uh, how to export how to use summary tables uh, in order to import in order to reduce your data down by various measures by date you can do it by date, you can do it by, as you saw, by ride type, you can do it by whatever way you want to do it by. Okay. That's up to you. But anyway, thanks so much for the few moments of your time today, and we'll catch you to later Sunday evening probably. But like I say, you'll be sure to click on that. Be sure to click on that bell icon. All right. That way you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. Okay.